Welcome everybody to another edition of AH Live. We are live in the studio all the way from Southern California. And thank you so much for your patience. Of course, we've gone like 50 weeks with my interface, talking to my computer with no issues. And then right now when I get to go on, we go live and there's no audio. And so I fiddled around a little bit and nothing was happening. So I did the old fail-safe restart. And then that still didn't help. So I had to go in and reselect the interface. And it was a whole thing. I had to dig through the settings of OBS. That's the software we're using to stream. Anyways, you don't want to hear all that. You just want some new AH Live for you on a Wednesday. So thanks for your patience. Welcome to episode 131. And as I mentioned, we're live. We've got some new music for you from Gino Rosaria, a track I had a lot of fun producing for him off of his new album. And I've got a couple of tunes for you, a couple of romantic tunes, because we're one day removed from Valentine's Day. So I thought it would be, it's that season. It's February. And Valentine's was yesterday. I had a lovely Valentine's Day with my lovely wife, Kat. And so we've got some pictures from that, and we'll hear from her as well a little bit later. And so we're going to talk about that. I hope you all had a great Valentine's yesterday. And got some romantic tunes for you, got new music from Gino. We've got new tour dates as well. We are announcing today, ladies and gentlemen, we are officially coming to the UK on August 25th. As you know, we already had our show booked in the Netherlands on the 23rd, and then we are coming to Pizza Express Holborn on April 25th, and there are more dates also that are pending, but those two are confirmed. So we hope to see all of our European friends, or if you're traveling over there, or if you're cruising and you're over in Europe early, come on over, come hang out. It's going to be a blast. I'm very excited. And I think there might be one more new date up here. Let me see. I think I announced Seabreeze last week. I think that's it for right now. But as you can see, we've got a ton of dates coming up for 2023. If you have any requests, let us know. Let your favorite promoter know. We want to come to you live. We've got the new single out. Shout out to my radio promoter, Jason Goroff. We were #1 most added with Right On, Right On. I played that for you last week, and I posted a little clip of it a few days ago. So we really appreciate the support. #1 most added right out of the bat. And I was able to catch it earlier today. And I had a few people reach out, said that they heard it. So we're very excited. Shout out to my special guest on that track, Julian Vaughn. He killed it. And all the other great musicians on there as well. So, hey, I got to grab my guitar, right, if I'm going to play for y'all. Let me grab my guitar, get tuned up. As I mentioned, I got picked out a couple romantic tunes for you. So this next one is one I debuted about maybe 2 months ago, and I got so much feedback about it. People were just really enjoying the rendition of this, and actually have been asking for it live. So I got to figure out, it's so hard putting a show together, because it's like if you're going to add something new, you got to take something out. And we've been having such a fun flow with our live show. So at the very least, I can play it for you right now. As I mentioned, we're doing some romantic music for you because it's Valentine's week, and we hope you enjoy a little bit of Stevie Wonder right now for you. Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, just a little romantic music to get you through a Valentine's week. And I got one more for you, another tune that needs no introduction. Just a little bit of romantic music to get you through a Valentine's weekend. So, appreciate y'all for tuning in. We're live on a Wednesday. We're here every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you follow Adam Holly Artist page so that you can be apprised of all things that are happening. We got tour dates coming up. Up next is San Antonio on March 4th. Our good friend Stanley's having us back at the Big Bib. Always a pleasure to be there. So we hope to see our Texas fam there. And then after that, it gets real busy. We've got dates all through, really all through the year. So if you want to support the show, we make it real easy. Click that link in the description. You can get to my website, grab all of the CDs and vinyl. I've got 4 CDs out. My last 2 albums are also printed in vinyl. And, of course, you can also get to Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. You can do stars, which you guys have been amazing week after week after week after week. We're coming up on 3 years, if you can believe that, at IH Live. Right? Because we're at episode 131, and there's been a few weeks in there where we were off. So we're coming up on 3 years. That's crazy. What would that be? This April, I think. So wild. So we appreciate you guys. We're having fun with y'all. And as I mentioned, I've got some new music. And right after that, we're going to bring in my lovely wife, Kat, with the Cat Cam. We'll talk about our Valentines, everything we've been up to. But we've got new music from Gino Rosaria, a fantastic piano player. I'll tell you the story real quick. We met, I want to say it even before any of my records came out. Yeah, it definitely was before my records came out. So I think we met in 2013 or 2014. He had come out to LA to do a show with a trumpet player, David Jones. They're both from the Florida Gulf Coast area. And so he was playing keys, and he said, hey, let's keep in touch. I'm looking to, just do things in the industry, blah, blah, blah. And so when my first record came out, I hit him up. I said, hey, would love to come to Pensacola. So he put a show together for me down there. And then when he started working on his first record, he hit me up. I produced a couple tunes on it. The new album, I produced 7 of the 8 tunes, and the new single is doing fantastic. It's called Take It Uptown, and it features Jason Jackson, another friend of the show. They did a little swap. Gino played on Jason's single, which came out a couple months ago, and now Jason is on Gino's single. So they're both on the radio right now, both fantastic artists on their, actually they're both on their second records. And I'm having fun working with both of them. And Gino's also, and Jason, they're going to be doing my show at Seabreeze. So if you're hanging out at Seabreeze, you'll see them there. Anyways, enough talking. Let's get to the music. This is Gino's brand new single, Take It Uptown, live from his studio in Pensacola. So we hope you enjoy. Here we go. Take It Uptown. That's Gino Rosaria with the new single, Take It Uptown, featuring Jason Jackson on saxophone. We appreciate you, Gino. Thank you for taking the time to record that. As I mentioned, that was live from the studio in Pensacola, at Gino's Lair over there. And that tune is hot. It was #1 most added a few weeks ago. It debuted on Billboard last week, so look out for it. I think I caught it a couple times already. So we're very excited for Gino. And thank you, Gino, for having me on the project. And a lot of cast of the regular characters on there. Eric Valentine on drums. And I'll have to go back and look at the credits. But I know I recognize Eric's playing on there. And, of course, Jason on sax. So appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for listening. And you know what time it is. It's time to bring in my lovely wife, Kat, with the Cat Cam. Hey, how's it going?
Hi, how are you?
Well, you know, one of these days I'm going to get this camera right before we get on camera. You're always lopsided. Why is that?
See how he does me? Get it right, get it right.
There we go. So I just have to remember, if I line up the poster, then you'll be lined up. Cool.
All right.
So what's up, Kat? How you doing?
I'm doing well. I came in a little bit late.
You're saying that like that's not what happens every week. She always comes in here about 30 seconds before it's time to be on.
I came in a little bit late, so I only am catching comments from people since Gino's song. So
okay.
I'm assuming
so you weren't
everybody's
listening
doing
to
great.
me pouring my heart out with romantic songs on Valentine's week?
Mm-mm.
Wow, that's so sad. Well, just so you know, Kat, everyone else that's watching knows, but I played some Isley Brothers.
Oh, okay.
And I did some Stevie Wonder, My Chérie Amour,
Okay.
and For the Love of You. So that's what happened
Well, nice.
while you were running around getting your wardrobe together. But you look lovely, so
Thank you.
it was all for the good.
All for
Creston
good.
says you're looking like a superstar, so there you go. It worked out.
Thank you, Creston. Creston is always coming with the supportive comments.
I saw somebody said, what was the name of that song? Take It Uptown. And Marcus is in the house. What's up, Marcus Anderson?
Hi, Marcus.
Marcus has his festival coming up, and we will be there, and so will Jason. And someone else mentioned and reminded me that I will be in Lansing at Phil Denny's festival, and so will Gino. So we're hanging. We're hanging.
And Marcus Anderson said, "Will you work with me, Adam?" When you were saying that you
it
did
would be,
all the work.
Of
for Gino.
course, I would love to. Well, we've done a bunch together. You've had me on a couple of your records, and you've been on a couple of my records, so it's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure working with Marcus. Marcus is the man. And appreciate you hanging out, Marcus. I hope you had a great gig. How was your gig yesterday? He was at, I think you say BU Cafe, but he was in his hometown, Durham, and I'm sure it was fantastic. I saw that one show was sold out, and the other show was basically sold out. So it looks like you had a good show.
Robert Crutcher said, "I told my wife Happy Valentine's Day, and she started laughing." Oh.
Okay. Oh, shout out to Louise Clyburn in the house.
Hi.
From Buffalo. Hope you're warm
From
up there.
Buffalo.
It's usually cold.
I know.
So we got a lot of people hanging out.
Marcus is so silly. He says, "Open the door. I've been outside knocking for 30 minutes."
That's silly. Okay. No.
No, but the vibes are great. So many people loved Gino's song. Sharon Bradley said, "This is nice." Creston Jordan says, "All right now, playing them keys." And Joseph England said that Night Groove is one of his favorites from Gino.
That was the first song Gino and I did on his first record, and that was his first tune on Watercolor. So yeah, a lot of you probably remember that as like the kind of getting to know Gino. And so yeah, we're gonna see Gino, like I said, at Seabreeze, April 20th. I see Marcus is at Seabreeze, April 23rd.
Yeah.
We're manning the after parties. Bobby Lyle and Ken Ford, the four of us are manning the after party. So it'll be fun. It'll be a little different when you guys get after you're all beat down from the sun and the wind and the rain, come on over to Pompano Joe's. Come hang out. There's only 200 seats, so grab your tickets ASAP because it's going to sell out really fast. I think it's on sale. I just saw the flyer earlier today on social media.
Oh, so is it different? It's not like the outdoor stage?
It's going to where it was for like a long time. So there's no outdoor stage anymore. It's going back to where the after party always was, as long as I was going to Seabreeze, since 2013 over at Pompano Joe's, which, by the way, they have amazing coconut shrimp. So I know that's what I'm getting when we're down
That's
there.
one of Adam's favorites, coconut shrimp.
Well, also, just in general, we're in Florida, I just really enjoy getting the seafood because it's different. I mean, we have seafood here, but something about the Gulf Coast, the seafood over there, the shrimp and the grouper, getting like a grouper sandwich.
Is like super salty.
Okay. I mean, we have salt water here too, but
no, I know, but it's different. It's on two different, like.
I know it's a different. I'm aware that it's a different ocean, but our ocean has salt.
Right, but it's not brown.
No, the water's nice over there. What are you talking about? See, we're gonna get into another thing where you're gonna offend half the country. So let's move on.
I mean, I'm not trying to offend anyone, but I mean, if you look at pictures, the waters are different colors.
Okay.
I'm just saying. So there's like different.
Well, we
stuff
really
in there.
can't talk because the
Different
beach,
weather.
the beach in LA is like sludge. Don't get in the water.
Few of them, yeah.
Right.
But I mean, there's tons of different beaches.
That's true. That's true.
But the ones that we normally would go to are.
Denise is with me. She says, I love East Coast seafood. Thank you, Denise. I got a co-signer. And Robert Crutcher, grouper is the best fish. Yep.
Joseph English says no coconut shrimp for us. Why? Are you allergic to coconut?
Or shrimp, or both.
Or, yeah. And then Creston says we're cracking him up.
Yep. Linda Boney likes my shirt. Thank you, Linda.
Super sweet. Robin Vaughn said, enjoyed the article on you and Kat in Smooth Jazz News. Thank you. We have not seen that, or at least I haven't.
Yeah, so they did it. It was really cool. They interviewed 3 couples for Valentine's Day. Shout out to Melanie Maxwell, Smooth Jazz News. They're always been supportive since the very beginning. And so they reached out and they said that they would like to interview us along with, they also interviewed Eric and Lynn Darius, and they interviewed Jeff Cashwa. And I'm so sorry, but I don't think I've met his wife, so I'm going to use that as an excuse. But Jeff and his wife, the Cashwas, the Dariuses, and the Hollies. And so check that out if you haven't.
Did you see it?
I saw that it came out, but I haven't had a chance to read through it.
Oh, but like, you saw it online?
Yeah.
Oh.
Eric Darius posted. He did.
Oh.
He did a screenshot of it and posted.
Well, I don't even know like where we can get it from and like we're in it.
SmoothJazzNews.com.
I know, but like, where's the physical ones?
Well, they hand them out. They're free at all of the major festivals, or you can read the digital version at SmoothJazzNews.com. I think she's. It looks like she's navigating there right now. I need to see what they said.
No, that's not it. It's just that like I had no idea like that it was out. So.
Yep. Marcus says a grouper is a good fish.
Yeah. Grouper. And like, and you can't find it everywhere. That's what you're saying, like East Coast.
Oh, Sharon Johnson said, Meryl, I loved your show Blues Alley. I'm not sure if you're talking to us or talking to Meryl. But we had a great show at Blues Alley, and we will be back there. I don't think it's on the calendar, but pencil it in. July, I want to say 30th. Let me see. Yep, we will be there July 30th. So pencil that in, DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia. We will be back July 30th. Very excited. So yeah, do you have anything else for us, Kat, or should we check out these photos?
Let's check out the photos.
You want to check out the photos?
Yeah.
Let's check out the photos. What do you say? So our photos are all Valentine's themed from yesterday, and so we had a lovely time. So let's go through these. Let's see what we got here.
Yeah. This actually is not from Valentine's.
So I messed up that setup completely.
This is from Super Bowl.
Oh, that's right, the Super Bowl. I forgot all about it.
This is from Super Bowl. Just one of my aunts and my cousin, one of my cousins came over, and we had like a feast. So my cousin and I did the cooking. She was my sous chef, as she likes to say. And so this is like olive stuffed ciabatta bread. It's so good. And then there's an olive oil and balsamic vinegar mixture with like sun-dried tomatoes, parsley, basil, some buffalo cheese in the middle with some balsamic on top, and olives chopped all inside. It just was amazing.
It was incredible. I definitely had
And the bread was like warm.
several pieces of
and
bread.
crispy on the outside, but super moist on the inside.
I also enjoyed dipping tortilla chips in the concoction you had there. That was also good.
Oh, and this was one of our desserts. So it's fruit. I do this a lot in the summer because it's perfect because it's light. But it's just mostly berries. So strawberries, blackberries, blueberries, and raspberries. And I'll pour some lemon juice from a lemon and some lemon zest, a little bit of sugar and some balsamic vinegar, and like mix it up and let it sit for a little bit in the fridge. And then the top is mascarpone cheese and like a vegan whipped cream that was frozen, and you just let it thaw a little bit and then like whip it all together with the mascarpone cheese with some lemon and vanilla and some lemon zest, a little bit of honey, and let that sit so it hardens, and then put it over the fruit. And you could put lemon zest on the top, or I put some Italian cookie crumbles and the Italian cookies in. But then I think that I just grabbed whatever was in the pantry, so I grabbed some of the Biscoff cookies.
Nice.
And Adam, he had to teach all day on Tuesday, Valentine's Day, and he took Adam Jr. to school. And I was rushing out in the garage because I was trying to give him his food and his snacks for the day. He's like, "Oh, I'm coming back." And I was like, "Oh," because usually he just leaves after he takes AJ to school. So he came back home and he had some treats for me. So flowers, some Prosecco, Reese's Pieces, my favorite type of candy and my only type of candy that I like, solely on the peanut butter. And so yeah, and we don't really do like gifts on Valentine's Day. We'll usually ask, are we doing gifts or are we not? And if we do, it's just something super small. So yeah. And look at how beautiful my card is. Adam,
It
you've
looks
come
like
such a long way.
It's zoomed in so much it almost looks like it's a decorative carpet.
It does.
Like that could be the floor.
And I say that because I had to really highlight the card, because years and years ago, Adam would never give cards with his gifts, and I would always give cards. And I'm like, well, shouldn't you get a card? He's like, I didn't know I had to get a card if I'm getting you a gift.
I don't remember saying that.
So now, years later, he does really, really good with getting great cards. So I appreciate that. And then we had some Valentine's Day cocktails. So I muddled up, again, berries, blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, and strawberries, because that's what I had in the fridge. So I muddled it with like a muddler that you would use for like cocktails, or whole cracked pepper, or avocado even, and with mint. And then I put it in the glass, and then we had some ginger beer and the Prosecco on top with some lime. And it was so good. And then you get like the bits of all of the fruit, and it's like super tender and flavorful because you have the ginger bringing it out. It was so good. So there you can see all the stuff inside, the mint and the lime. So good. Adam was drinking it like it was water. And our meal was a Cajun chicken pasta. And I had Cajun salmon for myself on mine. But I made my homemade Cajun pasta sauce, and it was so good. It was bomb.
So good.
And it had like a little kick to it. Adam Jr., of course, had steak and grapes and some cornbread. He doesn't do pasta unless it's Grammy spaghetti.
Right. No, it was incredible. Cat threw down.
Thank you.
You threw down, and then we watched the Lakers lose.
Yeah.
Was that last night or was that Monday? Well, that's every day that we watch the Lakers lose. So
I don't know what day it was, but it was not a good game.
what are you going to do?
Because they were playing the Trailblazers, right?
Yeah, that was pretty depressing. Oh, I see Cece's in the house. I don't know if she heard our announcement earlier, but Cece, we're coming to you.
We're coming to you.
We're coming to Pizza
texted
Express.
her.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay. Pizza Express, April 25th. We're coming to the UK, our UK debut. So we want to see all of you there. It's going to be a blast. And hey, we got some Marcus playing right there.
Yeah.
With Marcus in the chat. Can you feel it? Circa
Marcus says that looks so delicious.
2018.
Well, Marcus, whenever you come to our house, I'll cook a great meal for you. Or if we're in Raleigh and we go to your house, I'll cook a great meal for you and Adam and your brother.
Remember, I'd always say that wrong. I'd always say rally.
Yeah.
And then everyone would
well,
look at
I
me
used
like,
to say rally too until Marcus was like, no. Because
Rally.
Yeah.
Rally.
But Raleigh. But I feel like if it's Raleigh, you need like a W or like a U. But whatever.
What are you going to do?
Marcus, cat can burn.
That's
and then
right.
Creston Jordan says Junior has class. He definitely does.
Darlene says, will you be in Palm Springs with John the Butler? I haven't heard anything yet, so bug him and tell him you want to see me there, because Palm Springs is only like an hour from us. We could easily bop over there and perform. We would be most delighted. So tell Jonathan you want to see us there.
So what's that? What's happening in Palm Springs?
There's a new festival in Palm Springs, and Jonathan Butler is the host and headliner.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Brand new.
Cece says, yes, I know that we're going to be in London. This is fantastic. I'm booking tickets as soon as they're available.
Woo!
I feel like this is like so amazing because since COVID lockdown in 2020, Cece has been saying, come to London every single time you put up your schedule. She's like, no UK dates, I see. You know?
Right. No, we're very excited.
Now, finally, I know, we're so excited. Really excited. And she's like ecstatic.
No, it's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Kimberly Smith Carlton. Hi, Kimberly. She says, yes, Kat is back in the kitchen.
Kat
soon.
is back.
Yeah, you know, because when we saw her in Timpan, I said, because she had mentioned Kat's Kitchen, and I said, oh my goodness, I haven't done one in a really long time because December was really, really busy, and then we were busy in January, so I have to do one.
We kind of did one today with pictures at least. It was like a slideshow Kat's Kitchen.
Yeah, a slideshow.
Yeah, static.
A little bit.
Static
so yeah,
Kat's
so
Kitchen.
I'll have to like.
You should do that pasta dish. You should do at Kat's Kitchen. That was incredible.
You think so?
Yeah.
Do you guys want the Cajun pasta dish or
it was so
something else?
That or the well, you did the dessert kind of. You did a similar dessert before. Yeah, maybe do the pasta.
Yeah, because that's like my go-to dessert. Like if I want something sweet, and it's kind of like one of those things. Like, what do you have in the refrigerator or the pantry? Although I don't always have mascarpone cheese or vegan whipped cream, but you really don't need that. You can just eat the fruit on its own.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll think about it. Creston says, yes, please. Daphne says, pasta dish is always a winner.
Dang, everyone's
Daphne
like pasta,
Harris,
pasta,
we have
pasta.
not seen you in the chat in like a really long time. Hi. So good to see you.
Pasta is like, everyone's like, yes, please. Yes for pasta. You got like a bunch of like, dang.
Creston says Fat Tuesday is coming up.
Well, that's what it was yesterday. I went in. I was enjoying myself.
That is so funny. Well, yeah, and I wanted to do like something like really good because we don't eat pasta all the time, especially myself because of the gluten, and I do not like gluten-free pasta. So it's kind of like a treat whenever I do have it.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, no, it's Valentine's Day. Let's just have like something really good. So.
Yeah.
And we did have reservations out to go eat, but it was going to be cold. And you know how sometimes you don't want to go out? You'd rather just kind of like be home and comfortable and chill. So
No, it was great. It was lovely.
Really nice.
It was great.
Yeah.
It was great. Well, awesome.
Robert Crutcher says you should start mail orders.
Oh, yeah.
And
what is that company that does that? Gold Belly. And you can get like anything frozen,
If
but
you guys
then...
have not heard of Gold Belly or have tried it, just Google Gold Belly, and it's a website where it's restaurants, bakeries, all across the country.
We did the malasadas
Yes.
from Hawaii. They were good.
And you can order pretty much anything. like donuts, bread, seafood, cakes, like anything that you're looking for. And it's sent to you. And it's frozen, of course, but it's so good. And it's amazing. Like, whoever started that is, like, genius. Michelle Child says, you need to write a book about all the things you do. Multi-talented cat. Thank you. And Cece says, you have to bring Marcus.
Bring him to London? Well, you know what? Actually, he's playing in Florida. Well, hey, Marcus, if you're able to come on through. Come hang. That'd be a blast.
Yeah, because aren't we going from Florida to
I don't know if it's
London?
possible because he's playing like the day before we play, I think with the time change and everything. But if you can't make it, come on through, Marcus. That'd be a blast.
Come on, Marcus. Marcus says, Kat, you should create a scratch and sniff menu.
That's funny.
So they can
That
sample
sounds
the
good.
smell before
I like
trying.
that. I like that.
Wouldn't that be amazing if, like, smell-o-vision was created?
Right.
Or a scratch and sniff food menu? That would be really dope.
That would be crazy.
Name again, please. Name. That was from Darlene Denise.
I don't know.
What name are you asking for? You can write that in the comments. And Robert Zahn says Goldbelly is great. Yeah. So does anyone have any Ask Adam questions? I know there was one, that was the Marcus, where he said, would you work with me? Kurt Smith says Goldbelly needs Cat's kitchen item.
Right?
Yeah. You know, and I remember talking about that with you guys a long time ago, how my little brother's old girlfriend, when he was in college, she was from Los Angeles, and her mom and grandma would send her goods through the mail, you know, overnight, but frozen. So I remember one day I was talking to him, and I'm like, what are you eating? He's like, oh, I'm eating peach cobbler. I said, who made peach cobbler? And he's like, oh, no, Megan's grandma sent it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's like, we just defrosted it and put it in the oven. I was like, that is so cute. I don't see any Ask Adam questions popping up, although it kind of like... Denise Walter says, I love the scratch and sniff menu idea.
Right, exactly.
If only we could figure out how to figure that out, to do it. That's so funny. Well, I don't see any Ask Adams.
Well, all right. Well.
Oh, wait, here's one that popped up. This is from Robert Zahn. He says, recommendations on what to eat at Big Bib. Ooh.
Everything. But our favorite, we usually get, but that's because we're trying to not fall asleep on stage. We usually get the catfish and the yams. We try to go a little bit light if you can, if it's possible. But everything is there is amazing. I think I've had turkey legs there that were great. The chicken, the ribs. Our favorite dessert, the one that we always are fiending over, is the pecan cobbler. Mm-hmm. Yes, you heard that right. Pecan cobbler. So it's like a pecan pie, but in the form of a cobbler. It's ridiculous. So.
And
just get some to go.
Yeah, and the sweet potato casserole. Is that what it is? Like a mashed casserole type thing?
Yeah.
I've only had the fish because that's all I eat, but the catfish is amazing. What else did we have? Oh, the greens.
The greens. Greens are great.
And the baked beans.
I think we had some potato salad that was great. Yeah, all of it. Coleslaw.
Really good.
All of it.
This is from Marcus. He said, who does your hair, Adam?
Oh, I did. I wonder if that's a compliment or not.
And this is from Dr. Maxine Henry. Would Adam do a concert at my house in September or October?
Yeah, just message me. AdamHollyMusic@gmail.com. And let's talk about it. That would be so much fun. We did that for our good friends, John and Betsy Myers. We went down to Miami. What was that, maybe 4 years ago? 5 years ago.
Maybe 5.
And we played for their anniversary/birthday. It was so much fun. They rented out an incredible Italian restaurant down there. And it was a blast. We had the best time. So, yeah, just hit us up. Hit me, DM me on social media or email me at adamhollymusic@gmail.com. And let's figure it out. That would be a blast.
Perfect. All right. Well, I think that's all for our Ask Adam.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, honey. We will see you next week.
See you next week.
All right. And as I mentioned, we've got a ton of tour dates coming up. We hope to see you soon. I saw Rod Foster in the chat. He's music director of the house band at Chase Lounge. We'll be there in April. Burks, West Coast Groove. I'm hosting an awesome all-star show with Marcus Anderson, Darren Ron, Greg Manning, Daryl Williams, Rebecca Jade, Tony Moore, Curtis McCain. It is going to be a blast. Grab your tickets for that. We'll be back at the AZ Jazz Fest. That's me, Marcus, and Julian. I mentioned Shays Lounge, Blues Boulevard in Greenville. Always a blast. Then we'll be in Albuquerque. Our debut in Albuquerque. Very excited. Shout out to Rod Kyle for having us there. We already mentioned Seabreeze, Netherlands, London, DK Cruise. We'll be in Tulsa. We're coming back for the first time in a while on June 2nd. And we've got a Midwest run coming up with Pittsburgh, Akron, and Columbus. So we hope to see our Midwestern friends. We're coming back to Smooth Jazz Chicago for the O'Hare Jazz Fest on the 21st. We're back in Louisville with our good friend Wallace Garner. He's got a new venue there that's supposed to be fantastic. We already mentioned Marcus's Festival and Blues Alley. We'll be in Portland August 5th. We're hanging out with Phil Denny August 12th. We're back in Atlanta at Mabel House in August. We're hanging out with Elon for the first time down in Barbados October 15th. And then with Kathy Powers for a Florida Smooth Jazz Weekend, and also Rick Braun's New Year's Eve. And finally, we're in Mexico for the Mexico Jazz Experience in Puerto Vallarta. And also, I neglected to mention, we'll be in Kansas City. I've got to update my tour post here. Julian is hosting me and Marcus in Kansas City for his Christmas concert. So we've got a lot coming up. We hope to see you on the road. Go to AdamHolly.com to get on the mailing list. Follow us at Adam Holly Artist page. If you want to support the show, click that link in the description. And we appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out for episode 131. We will be back next week with another new live episode from the studio here in California. And I'm going to put some new music together for you guys as well. So appreciate y'all. Have a great night. See you next week.